hand to God, like honest, a month or two to finish one song.
Oh, really? Okay. And
I think
now,
so.
now
It's been
three
a
days.
while. It's been a blur, man.
Yeah.
These past 10 weeks have been so intense that everything's a blur, and I'm like,
Yeah.
forgot what the old me was like. I'm a
Yeah.
new man now.
Yeah. If you had any advice on somebody that was like on the fence about industry set, what advice would you give to them? Because you obviously had a period where you were like, doing research on industry set. You were looking at other options. You were like, I might do icon. I might do this. Like, what advice would you have to them on like deciding what's best for them?
Before everything. So I did a semester icon based on a scholarship, and I had that experience. But what made me choose industry set over continuing icon was I felt
But besides the technical side, I think you were saying before, how long did this one take? This last song, full song, start to finish, mixed and mastered in what? How many
3 days,
days? 3 days, nice.
just 3 days.
And that wasn't the first one either, because you just said there's like two other ones that you tried to make over the Christmas break. But was
Yeah.
that were those? How long did those ones take? Even though you didn't fully finish them,
Just a day or two.
day or two, yeah. But like, did you finish the overall structure of those, or is it just like you kind of just made just the build drop and
Yes, I
then?
finished the structure. I just didn't like where it went. So
Oh,
it's a
okay,
good a
gotcha.
minute and a half song. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can still go back and change those, so that's all good. Cool. And based on the style of teaching, like what did you like the most about how we're doing like the recreation stuff and the high volume stuff? Like what did you like the most about that style?
I like that it was tough. I was actually challenged. I've been to other music schools and I learned a lot, but it didn't lead me to something actionable, but this did. I can just see the output. The output's there.
Yeah.
I think a lot of music education teaches you a lot of the different like pillars of music,
Mm.
but to put it together is quite hard into something cohesive. And I just had a better experience and a better ability to make something cohesive of the knowledge I know, because music's complex in general. It's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff you can learn,
Yeah.
but I put
So
into tangible step that worked. Yeah,
yeah. And so you're saying because of the output you were able to achieve that because you were doing like such a high volume.
absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
What do you think moving forward, like let's say in the next 12 months, like what are you going to focus on? Building up this artist support is going to be the most important thing. And that's why we get somebody's like the main thing you've just done now is improve your quality and speed. So now you have like unlimited reps essentially. So if let's say you send out your shit now to artists or labels or whatever, let's say you don't get any opens or you get rejected, it doesn't matter because you can just make another song. You made a song in 3 days, right? So
Yeah,
what's one rejection going to do? Nothing. You just make another song. That's the beauty
yeah.
of it. But see, what's soul crushing for most people is that when they don't have the speed and volume that you now have from industry set, it's that they
Mm.
they take months at a time to finish a song, and so when they get
That's
rejected,
right.
they're
Yep.
like, "That's 3 months of my life gone. What do I do now?" And that's why they give up
Yeah.
because they didn't have the speed. So the key really is the speed to longevity of your career because it's like, what's a rejection to a 3 day, thing that you did for fun? It's like, I don't care. I'll just make another song. So you're in the best
Be
place
a music
possible
making
now.
machine.
Yeah, yeah. You just got to be a machine. You got to systemize it, and that's what you've done. So, what was the speed like before? Because I think you already had kind of decent speed.
Oh my gosh. Wow, this is embarrassing. I think hand to God, like honest, a month or two to finish one song.
Oh, really? Okay. And
I think
now,
so.
now
It's been
three
a while.
days.
It's been a blur, man.
Yeah,
These
yeah,
past 10 weeks have been so intense that everything's a blur, and I'm like,
yeah,
forgot what the old me was like. I'm a
yeah,
new
yeah.
man now.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, yeah. Jumping from like a month down to a couple of days, that's pretty damn good. So, if you had any advice on somebody that was like on the fence about industry set, what advice would you give to them? Because you obviously had a period where you were like doing research on industry set, you were looking at other options, you were like, I might do icon, I might do this. Like, what advice would you have to them on like deciding what's best for them?
Before everything. So I did a semester icon based on a scholarship, and I had that experience. But what made me choose industry set over continuing icon was I felt I would get the opportunity to be surgical in my approach of music production.
Right.
It was not so generalist because I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to
Mm.
do a particular style of bass music, and I knew where I was going. But the issue, with all due respect to icon, and I love icon, is there are a lot of modules that were not relevant to what I wanted to do. So because I had clarity in my own artist project, I went with industry set.
Do you feel it's because like you already knew like exactly what you wanted? Because I think places like Icon define everything. I think if you more starting out and you don't know anything at all, like I think it's a great place to start and just
Yep,
go from the ground up. But I think if you've already been doing it for a while and you want to be more surgical about like what you wanting to improve, then I think more tailored approach is more beneficial because then it's like you can
absolutely.
communicate being like I already know that, so like I don't want to learn that again, you know. So I think
Absolutely.
there's benefits to whatever somebody does, but yeah, I appreciate that perspective definitely.